Now we connect the people counter and set up the counters. Just use the default IP for the counters. Usually, you never change it. Sometimes you can change it, but you must remember it and make a label on the changed counters. Now you can see the image. This is GPS information, and you can see it recognizes the station. We simulate the office simulation. This shows the running direction. This is station ID numbers and station type. Here is the counting numbers. The device can support 4 doors. That means 4 PCs, people counters. Here is the background image. Here is the detection image. The background image must be green, pure green. When you make the formal test, you must place the counter vertically to the floor. Now we just simulate it. If you have finished placement of the cameras, you can save image first. Then we get the real image, the real background image. That means the real effect. The counter will remember this effect, and compare the passengers' images to this new one. We can refresh it again if the image is not good, then save it again. The video will show the effect when somebody pass the cameras. Okay. This is download recording records. This is delete everything. This is reset counter numbers to 0, like this one. Nothing will be deleted. This is update the station fields. This is the debug logs. You can know whether the counter working normally. Here is the reboot and restore factory setup. This is upgrade. When you need upgrade system, you need to find a new firmware. Okay, now we just show the parameter setup. Because we need to connect to the network, to our IPAS system. Here, you can see the IP range is SIM and routers. This IP is SIM to the server IP of GPS in the router setup. The bus number is important for installers. When they install the counters in every bus, they must finish the bus numbers as bus name. Otherwise, the administrators of platform will feel be terrible to recognize which counter is for which bus. Now you can just input the bus numbers and the lane numbers, and then you can easily to know this is this bus and belong to this lane. Here is the server IP and port. This is our default server IP and default port. You can directly use it for test. After you change it, you must click to set network. Then it will reboot. The device setup. External, it means you connect to the internet. For this case, you must choose network. If you connect to other routers or other GPS trackers, you may use this port 485. Depend on the GPS routers. Usually you only choose this one, the default one. This is the heartbeat time. You can decide the frequency to sending date, GPS date, and country record to the IPS system or your platform. This is the power delay. If you connect to the ACC to the ignition of the bus, you can decide how long it will continue to work if the bus has turned off the power. Here is the time zone. The L setup is to connect the sensors. For the simulators, just use the same one. Only for the ports, you need to choose this one. And default, we usually close the IO2. Just use IO1 is enough. Adjust counters, usually we not use it. For some special case, we use it. Shutdown reset. When the ACC is triggered, the counter will reset counts numbers to 0. So the turn of the bus trip will keep from 0. The mistake will be a little. This is for white door group setup. After you configure it, you must set up it. Here is to set up the cameras. You can choose the counting length. There are 2 counting lengths on the images. The blue one and the red one is for limited zone. You can make this part and this part far from the counting. It will reduce lots of the troubles, especially when the glass door is here and here, making the flashing. The counting lane also decides the passenger directions. They may get on from here or get on from here. 2 counting lanes can reduce the mistakes, counting mistakes. When somebody passes the front line and return, it should be the useless, not invalid counts. So we can remove it. The setup is very easy. Just show the door direction up or below. This is the counting line position. Yeah, this is the door types. Typical wide and short, narrow and short. Here is the left and right limits. We can make it and exclude the counting error. Here is show the system connections. When we see connect, it means it connect to the platform yet. It's successful.